Okay, everybody. So it's April 7th. This is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and welcome back to A Tiny Revolution. This is our brand new publishing platform for authors and artists, teachers, trainers, coaches, consultants, really anybody who wants to make a big impact through tiny ideas and tiny communities in 2022 and beyond. All right, so one of the things that in our community that's been popular and that folks have requested more of is simple recommendations for different software services, products, and platforms that will help empower all of us to create tiny products that make a big difference. So today, on the 7th of April, I've actually curated a couple of these products they're free, and it's a PDF that's available to you in your downloads section. And the products that I've covered today are visual products, generally, things that you can actually use not only to create more content in a fun and strategic way, but also to deliver your end products. To actually, one of these products, which I'm about to describe a little bit, will allow you to actually deliver content in this very, very cool and creative way post-purchase, or to clients, customers, even before they purchase something. You can actually deliver this very sort of smooth, sexy kind of experience to your end users that will make you really look like a wizard in whatever market you're competing in. All right, so number one is Picasso. I actually did a video on Picasso, I don't know, within the last week or 10 days or so. I'm losing track of decades, days, and everything else in 2022 already. But Picasso is a really great, it's a fantastic way of turning your tweets into highly creative, colorful, and engaging images. You can then use those for outreach or content marketing, for curating wisdom, let's say, in a niche or market. Let's say we're doing a lot of mindfulness work. So, curating colorful, creative tweets using Picasso and turning them into a sort of a mini collection of wisdom, mindfulness wisdom, has been something that I'm doing now. You can teach a mini course either with your own content or content that you're actually curating with other professional peers or niche neighbors. You can simply take any sort of tweet or idea and turn it into this really colorful, creative, almost, dare I say, artistic rendition of that tweet using Picasso. And you can also repurpose the tweets that you're using Picasso for with Instagram or other size dimensions. For an example, one of the things that I've been doing, and I mentioned this in the video, which you can watch, and that's linked from this PDF, but you can actually repost those tweets in custom dimensions that are already set up within Picasso for Instagram stories and Instagram posts. So that's something that I've been doing, taking these tweets, screenshotting them using Picasso, and then marking them up using the various templates that Picasso offers, and then sharing those on Instagram. And again, they don't have to be your own tweets. I mean, that's the beauty of this. You're actually curating other thought leaders, other industry experts, etc., and you're just colorfully repurposing their content, and you can use it on your own community. I mean, Twitter's public stuff, right? These are people are posting stuff on Twitter that you can use in an ethical way using this approach. All right, number two, I want to recommend a new they're actually positioning themselves as the Dropbox for creatives. They're called Playbook. It's free. I actually got an email from somebody, I don't know, within the last week about checking them out, and they're addictively cool. It's literally, you can upload a shit ton of your images. There's a lot of things that you can do with Playbook that I'm learning that are kind of like under the hood. You have to actually explore a little bit. They actually have it's free, but they have a plan that gives you access to being able to upload PDFs and multimedia files like MP3 files to these really cool and creative boards. And then you can actually use those boards to deliver content to your clients, to your customers. So picture an Etsy store owner, for an example, rather than sending out these kind of weak, kind of very mundane, mediocre looking PDFs after a purchase, you can actually, give folks access to all the content that they're getting, whether it's on Gumroad, Etsy, Podia, Buy Me a Coffee, etc., through these very highly visual, aesthetically appealing boards within Playbook that have embedded within them, files that you want to deliver, pictures, messages, multimedia files, external links, like you can add like Vimeo or YouTube links, etc. It's just very cool. You should check it out. It's free. Again, I don't know how long it's going to last. I actually jumped on they have this, special offer for creatives, for artists, for marketers, that you just simply have to create a board on Playbook and then send it to them so they know what you're doing in the world, and they will give you an upgrade, a lifetime upgrade to 2 terabytes of data storage for free for life, and all sorts of other cool swag that upgrades your Playbook experience. Very, very cool. I actually am testing their e-commerce plan now as well, which allows me to add our PDFs and all that sort of stuff that we're delivering to users, to clients, to purchasers. I don't know that I'll stay on that plan, but I'm testing it for now. It's very, very, it's just a very smooth experience, and I really recommend it. All right. And again, they're in beta right now, or they're in the initial stages of launching this thing. So don't wait. If it's something that you're interested in testing or trying or having access to, go now. Don't wait until it becomes a paid product. Lots of times people will listen to these audios, or even because these get auto-published to YouTube from within our community. We use transistor.fm, which is the podcast platform that I record these to post to, and they actually re-upload these, or they automatically post these audios to YouTube. And people will listen to this stuff like months later, or like a year or two later, and then they'll lament the fact that this stuff is no longer free. So if you are hearing this in April of 2022, get Playbook now while they're giving it away to, initial users, rather than wait until it's too late. All right, the last tool I want to recommend is called wrap.so. And again, this is just an amazing way of taking screenshots of anything that's on your screen and really marking them up in these, when I say marking them up, I mean beautifying them in these unique and interesting ways where you can add blurs and sort of, borders and all kinds of shadows, and change the sort of, you can change all kinds of cool things about ordinary images using Wrap. It's a screenshot tool that does much more than just taking screenshots. Again, I'm paying for this now, so they have a free plan, I think. I don't know if they do or they don't. I think they have a free trial, but it's, I'm paying, I think it's like $7 or $8 a month for this, but it's very, very cool, and you can see examples of some of the screenshots that we've taken using Wrap within our community. And actually in the PDF that you have access to here, you can actually see an example of the PDF screenshotted using Wrap. So it's very, very, it's just a smooth, easy to use experience for people like myself, creatives, marketers, people who want to take images and to make them more interesting. And if you're somebody who wants to attract an audience in whatever niche, market, vertical, industry, or area of expertise that you're engaging, you should be interested in that. It's a very cool and unique way of, just showcasing your own wizardry, even if you're a dum-dum like myself. I mean, I certainly couldn't come up with, cool and creative ways of taking my own images or my own PDFs or my own content and creating really interesting user experiences. But with something like Wrap, you can do that right within the browser. I'm using both the Chrome and Firefox extension, and it makes it just, super duper simple. Okie doke. There's some other things we're going to be covering later this week. I did do a complete sort of marketing overview of how I'd use Picasso to build a community. So if you're interested in that, Picasso is free. Again, I'm paying for that on the premium plan. So there is a difference between what you get on the free plan and the premium plan. But even if you just use it for free, it allows you to take screenshots of your tweets or other people's tweets, and that alone is really, really valuable. So, and turn them into colorful screenshots that you can then repurpose as images in whatever way you see fit. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. Thank you, as always, so much for listening. If you found this helpful, let me know, what kind of content you want more of. If you're in our community and want to work with us, we have a tiny studio now for helping our clients create tiny products that make a big difference in your life and in the world in 2022 and beyond. Lots of exciting things are happening, for me with respect to content creation. We have a new book brand coming called A Tiny Book About, and we're writing these very short books that we're hoping make a significant impact in the mental health of kids and teens and adults who are dealing with all sorts of challenges. So, if you're interested in working with us in any way, as always, I'm all ears and would love to hear from any of you who'd like to get in touch. Okie doke. Thank you so much, as always, for listening, and have a wonderful day.